Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Cohn, the editorial director of Spin, and we're here with Jonathan from Urban Heat. How are you today?
I am well. How are you doing?
Trying to stay cool.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's flying around that wind, and we can't catch it in here, though. It's a little toasty. So, an issue that's near and dear to your heart is addiction.
Yeah.
So, you're sober. So, how long have you been sober for?
Been sober for 4 years. Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, it kind of coincided with the birth of my first daughter.
Congratulations too.
Yeah, I decided that I never wanted my kids to see me not being fully present and fully myself for them. And I feel like there's just living a healthy life and a fulfilling life feels like this crapshoot where we just got super lucky. And so I felt like using substances was just kind of tipping the scales against me and kind of making it more possible that something bad could happen.
So was there just a moment of clarity that you had, or was there incidents that led up, and then when your daughter was born, it's like, no more, I can't do this?
Yeah, I think there was just like incidents after incidents after incidents, and like several times of being honest with myself about having to stop or slow down, but not taking those steps, not being serious about it. And I think there was, yeah, it was honestly, it was like after band rehearsal, it was a Tuesday. I like went out, and before I knew it, it was like 8 a.m. and I was, surrounded by people I didn't know, and just, in the moment you think you're having such a great time, you're making all these memories and stuff, and like in the end you're just kind of just burning the candle at both ends for no reason besides boredom, and it's
Interesting that you pinpointed boredom as that, because it seems like if you're in a band, you have family, you have job, that you're just always a lot of action. So what element of boredom kind of played into feeling like you had to do something to occupy that time versus kind of taking that time for yourself?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that for a lot of artists and just creatives, I think that we exist in a world that kind of commodifies what we do. And it's not really, whether you're creative or not, the kind of way we've set things up and the things that we celebrate we don't really focus on wholeness of people. We kind of focus on other things, and I think that leaves us kind of feeling there's a hole that we try to fill. And you can call it boredom. It's kind of also just like a feeling of like not belonging. I'm very socially awkward, and so I would lean on substances to make either myself feel interesting or make other people seem interesting, or to calm my nerves performing. And I feel like now, if I'm not interested in being in a room, I'm not gonna be in that room. I'm not gonna waste my time. And if I have to become a better performer because I can't lean on something to be comfortable. I have to like warm up correctly and, you know what I mean, get comfortable. So I've kind of removed those crutches to be able to try to be my best self, whatever that means.
How have you noticed that it's helped your art and
Oh,
performances?
if I feel like the show went really well, it's because it actually did. Versus if I was messed up, I could have thought a show went really well, and maybe that wasn't the case. You know, just there's so much on the back end of being an artist that has to get done, as far as just like the relationships that you have to maintain and communication, and being hungover just makes all that so much more difficult. It's not easy, even being sober. It's not easy. So I can't imagine. I would be dead, honestly, if I hadn't gotten sober. That's really like what it comes down to.
But it just seems like you're in a great place, though. Great headspace. You're upbeat. You're ready to perform. I
Yeah.
would have never known any of this stuff, and I'm sure they wouldn't have out there either.
Word. Yeah, yeah. I'm exhausted,
But
but
it's
but
natural
it's yeah,
exhaustion from doing a great job and giving it your all instead of, like you said, having to lean on something.
yeah.
Did you find that more as like an insecurity, like an imposter syndrome type of thing when you were up there?
I think so. I think so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I have Through the years of developing this project, we've been able to find a real confidence from somewhere else. And I think it comes from relationships with fans and with promoters and the people that we work with and the feedback that we get, you know, but it really comes down to just feeling like we are doing the best job that we possibly can at that moment with the tools that we have. And so there's no space to kind of be like nervous or scared. It's just like, we're here to like do the thing. So let's do the thing.
And I'm sure the fans notice too. They notice what's a pure, authentic, giving it your all performance, and that they feed off of that energy, I'm sure, as well.
I hope so. I mean, it's a give and a take, you know, because like folks you're spending your money to go see something and experience something, or like a song connected with you, and so you want to experience it live. And I feel like if the artist isn't being sincere and 100% there with you, it's just kind of cheap. So much in life is just cheap. So like live music should just always feel like a very authentic, real, transcendent sort of thing.
Nice, yeah. It's just a cool thing to experience that. I'm sure being around your daughter too, sober, has been beyond rewarding at this point, right?
Yeah, they're wild. They're nuggets. Oh my.
It's the best age. It really is a wonderful age, and you get to experience that and see that, and through a focused lens.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you don't have the same thoughts or fears that you may have had when you were, drinking or whatever.
I don't remember. You know what I mean? Like my 20s between like drinking and drugs and stuff, like there's so much memory that's just like not there. So I almost feel like my life really only started like 5 years ago, you know?
And here's to another 50, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for swinging by. And is there anything else you want to tell everyone out there?
If you're struggling with something, one, it's okay to struggle. It's totally fine. And it's also okay to ask for help and to look for help. And there's a lot of people who have gone through whatever it is that you're going through. There's somebody out there who's gone through it and is probably willing to talk to you about it and help you. So seek them out and be easy on yourself.